Hi everybody, how are you doing? This is your favorite host, sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana, reporting from my hometown, Sector 60, Chandigarh, which is 150 mile north of New Delhi, India. So today, being July 17th, 2022, time about 11:37 hours UTC. So it's 1137 hours UTC, June 17th, 2022. I have released 7 videos in past in a few months. This is going to be my 8th video, and I have various topics which I have been trying to already discuss, put you on the forum on my onewordpress.wordpress.com. So this is going to be my another video where I'm going to continue the series and give you some heads up what is lying ahead of us. So far we have seen World War III alignment going on since February 24th, 2022, and we have also seen we have barely got off from the COVID-19 pandemic, which started in start week of 2022. So far a lot of things are merging, from monkeypox virus spreading across the world. Already Africa is reporting more than 1,157 cases, confirmed cases of monkeypox. 60 people have already died, so fatalities are increasing in Africa and it's spreading across the continents. Another thing is we're going to discuss briefly on how India is trying to come up with the new consent laws, what it's going to do with a lot of unemployment which is surging all-time high. All these topics, so let me quickly come through these topics, giving only 2 to 3 minutes on each topic. So World War III, first of all, folks, I've been indicating right from 2019 June when I predicted hashtag MAY 2020 WW3 under hashtag sjsrana from my Twitter account. I had the Twitter account at sjsrana, which was suspended in November. Sometime in September, then they had allowed me a little bit on October 2019, but after that they suspended my account because I predicted hashtag MAY 2020 WW3 and also predicted that pandemic is upon us. We may see some pathogens circulating across the globe. So Twitter was already, we know Twitter is known mafia in the world. It's the social media mafia giant. It's working for some underworld and a political nexus where it finds anybody who's trying to divulge the truth, the information to the world. Twitter is the first one which is going to clamp down on truth tellers. So Twitter suspended my account in September 2019, just after I predicted hashtag MAY 2020 WW3 in June 2019. You can Google search it. So thereon I have already said that we are in World War stage, whether it's pandemic, whether it's pathogens, whether it's pedophiles, pervert, predator restoration, or whether it's army raining down on other nation with its artillery, with its guided projectiles, whatnot. So folks, since last 3 years, world has been facing upheavals from natural disasters, whatnot. All seismic activities, volcano are all increasing, and I predict going forward that another 3 more weeks of respite, we are going to find a lot of earthquakes, earth shaking, trembling. A lot of things are going to occur inside earth. Volcanic activities, tsunamis, all these are possible. Just 3 more weeks, wait it and you'll see. I'm already telling you, as I keep telling, ahead of time. So World War III alignment is already complete. All the nations which are forging relationship is evident to everyone. NATO is very clear which nation it's going to form alliance with. Also recently we saw Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, suffering with the war crisis, has approached EU and recently meeting with Macron, who is the leadership of France, for the assistance and for the scope of joining EU. We will see series of steps now, because if Ukraine joins EU and becomes a member of NATO, then this war will become the right escalation or true escalation for World War III. Because joining NATO, Russia will never like it. That's the whole reason Russia started stomping on Ukraine and nearby regions. But this, if it happens, you know what's going to happen. Well, I don't want to predict, which is already evident. So we see Russia is putting up all the alliance. It's got all the Middle East nations. What we call the Middle East zone is supporting Russia, China, India is supporting Russia for all its other agendas. Also, India and China has been amassing Russia oil for past so many months, ever since it has launched attack on Ukraine. Because China and Russia is getting good deals on oil, also they are supporting the Russia on its agenda. And although we know that the Nord scheme has been suspended because US intervening and the EU intervening, that why it wants to support some nation that is waging a war. So that's something which is going to escalate further. I see the oil prices going up. My oil price prediction has already crossed. I predicted a year back that oil will cross $150 a barrel. I predicted a year back, and it is already $122, $123 a barrel in the New York Stock Exchange. It's traded in the Comodex, basically, MXS, so which is the commodity exchange. So we see this is going to be the inflationary pressure all across. Biden is facing tough situation at US. It's on home ground where inflation is all-time high. People are running across the stores, trying to scrabble their head, trying to find out some respite on what this inflation is putting the pressure onto. So we'll see all this inflationary pressure across the globe. Already, as I predicted a year back, the world GDP is not going to cross 3%. And I think recently IMF and UNO predicted that, or gave the evidence that world GDP is 2.9% growth. And with that, we see the whole contraction across the globe, if not recession, but I have predicted India is already in recession, because past 3 quarters India has posted negative result, or the basically it's got the GDP which is having a lot of stagnation, a lot of negativity, and it's contracting. So India GDP for past 3 quarters is already contracted, and it is not more than 8%. Now recently IMF predicted and calculated India GDP is not more than 6.5 or 6.6% currently. So it is a contraction 3 months in series. So consecutively, that means recession is upon India. Already India is facing a huge crisis on unemployment. Almost about 120 million people are unemployed. Recently we saw a spike in northern states as well as across India, 7 states, where the agnipath revolt or agnipath protest is going across India. People on streets, on train tracks are burning train, and they're trying to burn everything down wherever they find on the streets, on the roads of India, on the railway tracks of India, and India cops are watching the whole burning law and order situation deteriorating. India ministers are silent because they know someone has to burn India railway or buses or whatnot, and they keep watching, just like idle spectators. So I don't know why people take violence in hand. It should be a peaceful protest, like we saw a little bit in Haryana. We saw in Punjab it was peaceful protest, but across other states, specifically Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, are burning trains of India railway system and buses. They are basically sharing all the buildings of government and whatnot around. So what I want to tell about this unemployment, that India is all across knowing that the unemployment is going to hit all-time high, but it doesn't have any answer because the GDP growth is stunted. India is already facing worst crisis of rupee. Rupee has devalued to 78 rupees US dollar, which used to be just like 72, 73 or 70, around 70 rupees a year ago. So already every year India is the worst performing currency in Asia and also in the world. It is deteriorating by 10 to 12% every year. India inflation is double digit. Pundits say that it's around 7 or 8%, which is official figure, but I disagree. I've been telling India inflation is 12 to 15%, which is the under report. Okay, I'm just still giving you some numbers. So all these impact India GDP will not fare well, and that's why all the big investors, BlackRock, Hathaway, Berkshire, which is Warren Buffett company, all are taking off funds from India, and India is the net outflow, or FII, which is foreign investors, institutional investors are taking money out of India. So they will only come back when the rupee falls below 80 or 85. I guess once the rupee falls 85 to a dollar, then it will be good time for FII to come and invest back in India, because they get more punch for the bucks. So this is what my predictions are, folks. Going forward, we'll see a lot of turmoil in financial industry. A lot of prices will rise, especially the metals. After 3-4 weeks, I'll see metal prices rising, and this is going to be a war continuing. Also on the pathogens, as I predicted all across, that biggest contributors to producing pathogens are pedophiles, pervert predators enjoying multiple female host body. In fact, recently WHO is looking into claims of monkeypox found in the genitalia of males having the semen secretion. They are finding these pervert pedophiles, their semen is infected with monkeypox virus. So wherever these pedophiles, pervert predators are interacting with females, they are going to pass that information or that liquid to that female also, which you know what you are knowing. So this is the problem I've been predicting all across, that pedophiles, pervert predators are going to infect females all across, and this has been warning given to me by last 3 years before even pandemic started, but people don't care. I see all around my neighborhood here where I reside, Sector 60 Chandigarh, trafficking agents racing, honking daily on streets, which are gangsters basically working for local pedophiles group here of Sector 60 Chandigarh. Specifically this lane of 1484 to 1499 is very famous for imposters, impersonators and pedophiles. Across my house, many foreign imposters, impersonators, including some local imposters, impersonators, pedophiles, perverts are going to hover around, or they send some car which is going to park outside my residence, indicating that as if I have called or I am going to do some metaphor game, whereas these pervert imposters around my neighborhood are playing these games with the females. They're calling cars and in my name, and then they play games with them, and then who knows, many say they are raping females around across for past 3 years. They have raped many females like that, befooling them, oh, this is what is going on here, oh, this is our common practice of Sector 60 Chandigarh. All these pervert predators have their own theories, they have their own process, on code of raping females. It's a teamwork, folks. Recently on my worldpress.com, I have indicated how India teamwork is exceptional in the whole world. These pedophile predators are exceptional, and they have exceptional teamwork, and they know how to stalk, entrap, entice a female. Eventually they want to rape all the females and girls. This is their agenda, and once they do, for one female they are going to distribute to 20-30 teammates. This is how the monkeypox virus is going to spread in India, and many more pathogens are going to come. Government is a silent watcher because many of the government agents are themselves pedophiles, pervert predators. So perhaps they are getting some commission or some corruption, females delivery. This is how it's going on, and this game is going to grow because the trafficking agents or trafficking agencies for females in India is saying they are having more than 97% YOY growth on trafficking females. So imagine this is the only industry that is working in this downturn recession in India. It is trafficking of females, befooling neighborhood and delivering females and girls around. Everybody is getting some or the other bucks. They are making big huge money by having pervert predators rape the females and girls by befooling with the metaphor rapes game. This is called a metaphor rape game, where a female is put like a bait in front of predators, and they say, okay, whoever cracks the code of this bait, they are going to get the first rape the female. And then the rest herd can follow in raping that female or girl. This is how it's called metaphor rapes game, okay? And this is played silently like animals. They say there should be no communication. Nobody should communicate with innocents because only pervert predators, pedophiles in Sector 60 are supposed to communicate. This is called raping phenomena of metaphor rapes, very popular in India now. Everybody is following it because pedophiles are getting the biggest benefits of raping females around neighborhood. That's how this thing has devoured many females, girls, and everybody is silently watching. Everybody knows about it, but they say everybody is enjoying. So why care? Anyway, folks, my topic is different. I have another topic which I have to say and I have to discuss this time. I'm going to share something. I have been regularly a member of Amazon India, which is an e-commerce site. I have been ordering a lot of stuff with Amazon India because of two small projects I do sometimes when I get time. I do order sometime, but I don't get time. I mean, it takes months or weeks sometime me to focus back because my spiritual practice is taking most of my time. My 90% of time, my everyday 90% of time is consumed only and reserved only for spiritual practice. I only get 10% time to deal with the world or other affairs. So recently I'm just going to share some bizarre scenario. Amazon India, I never expected this deterioration from their service. Amazon India, where I had a ID as SINGH1493 in Amazon. It was my ID. My name is different, my ID, as you see when you create a Snapdeal or you create a ID in Zoom, you create an ID in email. That ID is not your name. That ID is just ID. So if you have a Google email, you have a Yahoo email, or you have Rediff email, it's an ID. But the name is different from the ID which you have in the email. Similarly, the ID is different in Amazon than your real name. So I had some speakers, I'll just show you, which I had ordered in May, around 14th, 15th, and I got the delivery in day or two. This was the speaker system I ordered, GXL 600 watt. It's a 3-way speaker. It's got the only reason I ordered because they mentioned they had very high frequencies it can deal with, 20 kilohertz. It said it can deal with and go beyond 20 kilohertz also. So I was very interested in this product and I ordered from them. You can see this is what I got. And after ordering, I got this product, no issues. I ordered 2. One of the product was defective, so I asked the Amazon that I'm going to refund it because it's not working, because basically the impedance of the speaker was not matching of what they said. And because of that wrong impedance, even my amplifier chips got blew off. I was working with the amplifier, which is a very proven amplifier, TDA 7294. So my whole chipset was blown out because of this wrong impedance. You can see I've taken out this chipset, and over here you can see this whole chipset got burned out because the impedance was not matching with what they have sent as a product. So this is 7294. I've taken it off. I'm going to repair it. I've already got the chipsets, the IC. I'm going to repair it. Well, folks, that's another topic. So what happened is I asked Amazon that they have sent me a defective speaker, and I want to return, and I returned the speaker on May 29th, and instantly they got it on June 1st. My return was received in Amazon. However, on June 6th they issued me a check. Amazon India issued me a check, and to my surprise and my amusement, they issued a check on my ID, not on my name. Can you imagine? This is what these people are working with. When you see this check, they issued to me. I'm giving you this live picture of the check, and you see over here, they have mentioned the name over here as pay to the order, which is SINGH1493. Can you imagine? So this check they ordered, they gave it to me. I received it on this address, as you can see, 1493 Phase 3B2 SAS Nagar Mohali. So this is the check they gave me, and I was surprised to receive on June 6th. This was the speed post I received from. This is from Amazon only. Amazon guys gave me this check which was named on my ID. So can you imagine the lapses, the useless staff working in Amazon? Instead of putting a name, they're putting the ID, and how can I encash in the bank with the ID, which is pay to the order of SINGH1493. Well, 1493 is my house number. I'm residing here for the last 20 years. Well, I was in America. I came back in 2010. So 1493 they mentioned, and I asked them on June 6th. I had a conference call and I told them this is the wrong check you issued to me. They said, oh yeah, it's our mistake and we're going to cancel it and we're going to return it. I said, why don't you return it back to my account? I paid on delivery, cash on delivery, why don't you return? See, this topic is not big as the amount is concerned. I'm not concerned about the amount, but I'm concerned about what these guys are up to, how they're harassing people and how they are basically operating in India. Amazon is a very good company. I had in America since 2019 till 2007. I've ordered multiple orders from Amazon while I was in US, also from eBay. I had my account still operating, but my accounts are invalid, so I don't use that. But I'm telling you, I have no issues in operating in US. But in India, this is something which is bizarre. First the defective item, and then they have a defective check which they issue like this, and then it has taken more than 7-8 days for them to even cancel their own check, which is wrong, and then refund me. And I have done this many email follow-ups, but today I have been fed up with them because I can't babysit their project for just small amount of like about 1200 rupees, a small meager amount. But the thing is, this is how they operate. Had it been an order of, let's say, $500 or $5,000 or $500,000, then I would have to go through same rigmarole. Further, I don't know how many customers like that are daily harassed by Amazon. That's the reason I've escalated today in my email to Amazon top authorities, CEO, CEO, CFO, CDO, COO, and other officials, Media Guild, and senior police officials of Mohali. I have included senior police officials of Mohali now, so that they understand if there is a sabotaging identity going on, then they can nab the predator or that imposter around my neighborhood, which I know there are many imposters around my neighborhood. If there is something else going on as a big fraud, then they will also catch these, which is important for efficiency in the city. And also, I'm going to escalate this matter to consumer court very soon if Amazon doesn't respond me back in time and resolve my issue. This is something I'm releasing now just to give you the information, heads up. What kind of frauds we have to see, and consumers already are lingering on. Consumers are already facing a lot of problems with the payments, with other things. Now they have to face the companies who are basically defaulting on payment and keeping their money, withholding their money for no good reason. So folks, going to the next topic, what we have as the GDP, as I mentioned, that it's going to be 2.9% GDP, global GDP, and India GDP will not be more than 8%. So a lot of shake-ups, a lot of correction in India markets is seen. Also, I see another thing developing is how there are going to be a lot of upheavals from 3 weeks down the line. Not now, but let the 3 weeks pass. A lot of volcanic activities. I see sun already spewed CME. It was around 5.2 M class flare on 0354 hours UTC on June 15th. So that 15th and 16th, that was seen as a big flare. 3031, which is sunspot 3031 activated, and we're going to see much more going forward. So we don't know when we will see the major blast, which is going to be X class, X class flare, which is going to knock off all the power grids. But I'm seeing already, I'll tell you ahead of time, stay tuned, that when we are going to see a complete knockout of our power grids, that CME is around the corner, folks. I'll tell you before the time. You have to stay tuned to my channel, and you have to stay tuned to my side, not to the impersonators who are basically taking credits after listening to me. There are many copycats here in India who basically are surveillancing me day and night and then selling their own brand. Anyways, I don't care, because I have unique things much more than they can even comprehend. Anyways, folks, keep good health, take care of yourself, and try to enjoy the time you have in your hand, because the world is going to get a little bit more, a joyride. We're going to see a lot of different things going around. Anyways, see you later. Signing off.